Welcome back to On the Rise, the latest Canadian men's national team news, and we are back with the Canadian player performance breakdown videos as there was so many Canadians in action today, with cup action going on in Europe as well as some league play, and we're here to break all the Canadian performances down today. And we're going to of course start it off with my performer of the day in Alphonso Davies. It couldn't be anyone else, as Alphonso Davies had a terrific outing in the DFB Pokal for Bayern Munich in the cup as they took on Preußen Munster, of course a lower division side within Germany. But the DFB Pokal first round saw Bayern Munich run up the score to a 4-0 victory, where Alphonso Davies got to take part in the starting lineup and getting a 7.4 match rating. With a very mixed and very rotated Bayern Munich side, the likes of Matthias Thiel starting in the likes of the midfield, and also seeing Leon Goretzka start at the heart of the back line at center back, with also Konrad Laimer going out of position to play right back. Bayern Munich have had so many injuries in the heart of that back line, but Alphonso Davies is healthy and is fit and continues to get the start. Only going a 7.4 rating, one of the lower rated players in today's performance for Bayern Munich in this 4-0 outing, as he did tie the likes of his good teammate and good best friend in Jamal Musiala today. Whichever way you look at this, guys, this was a terrific performance for Alphonso Davies. It wasn't his best, it wasn't an assist, it wasn't a masterclass of dribbling, but Alphonso Davies still had a very good performance. Whenever you win 4-0, whenever you get a clean sheet as a defender, it is still a very good day. I don't care if you're not having your greatest performance, if you're not passing on the right levels, you are still having a very good performance as a defender if that ball doesn't end up in the back of the net, or you don't make any crucial mistakes. Alphonso Davies did just that, and like I said, finishing with a 7.4 match rating, he went 62 minutes, going at 94% accurate passing for 50 for 53, which is incredible for a forward-thinking left back who doesn't always look to pass the ball backwards. Getting 64 touches throughout 62 minutes is truly incredible, over a touch a minute, as well having 2 chances created, 7 passes into the final third, as well taking 2 corners, but being involved in 1 defensive action and 6 recoveries. Alphonso Davies had a quality match, as well earning himself and his side 1 foul throughout the match. I'll try to get some pictures and some stats going on the screen here soon for you guys, but this video I'm just going to go straight talking, and there was so much to do, guys, today. It was a busy day for myself, but I'm going to try and get some stats on the screen soon enough in the upcoming videos for the player performance breakdowns. But Alphonso Davies did manage that 7.4, and it is extremely exciting to see him stay fit, stay healthy, and continue to get a straight run of form in Tommy Tuchel's very exciting FC Bayern Munich side, who took a 4-0 win in the first round of the DFB Pokal and are moving on to the next round. But we also saw many other Canadians in action, and in La Liga, back to some league play, RCD Mallorca's Cyle Larin. And this has been a horrid start to the season for Cyle Larin, and not just Mallorca. Cyle Larin just isn't getting that game time and doesn't look fit. He doesn't look up to the match, and he just isn't up to the pace of play, as Cyle Larin was subbed into the match in the 62nd minute. Getting a 6.5 match rating, Cyle Larin just isn't up to the speed, he isn't up to that pace or the physicality of the league play right now. Ever since I heard Javier Aguirre talk about Cyle Larin, his fitness, how he looks so out of shape to start the season when he came to the club, Larin just still hasn't been able to burst in the starting lineup. He hasn't been able to get that chance to go out there and prove himself. Yes, he's getting multiple substitute appearances, but he just hasn't been able to take that chance. And yes, RCD Mallorca did manage an incredible result today, getting a 2-2 draw to FC Barcelona. And this is a game where Cyle Larin won this match single-handedly for his side last season in his old club's jersey. And what he's doing now just isn't the same. He's not being backed at the start. He obviously isn't fit. He's not up to the levels, and the manager can see that. But when you got a guy like Vadim Mariki going the Kosovo international, going and getting an assist and a goal early on against FC Barcelona in the 8th minute and an assist in the 45th, it's going to be extremely hard for Cyle Larin to go out there and knock Mariki off that starting number 9 role. And when you have Prats coming on and getting that goal in the 45th minute, Cyle Larin really has to step up his game to get into the starting 11, and he has to fully go out there and prove himself, and right now he isn't. Yes, this Mallorca side doesn't create abundance of chances, and of course today only creating 2. And they of course took those chances, and that's what you have to do against a big side like Barcelona. But when Cyle Larin isn't getting the delivery, he's not getting the chances in front of goal, how do you expect him to have those chances to prove himself? I say that for all the big clubs, whether it's Manchester United, Grasshopper, Mallorca, Lille, it's the same thing. As a number 9, if you're not given the delivery, productivity, how are you supposed to finish your chances and prove yourself at the top level? Yes, Larin isn't, of course, up to the speed, he isn't up to the physicality, the levels, but hopefully he can get up there. But he is slowly looking like a player. If he continues on this form, that could easily start to be forced out of this CanMNT squad of players like Bear, Ugbo, David, such abundance up top at number 9, even Simon Cullen could force Cyle Larin out of this CanMNT squad. But moving away from RCD Mallorca and Cyle Larin, we are switching to Grasshopper and FC Zurich, where Theo Corbeanu was in action. Before we break down that performance from Theo Corbeanu, guys, make sure to drop down below, hit that sub button, guys. We're at 180 subs, we're so close to 200. Let's try and push it over the edge and hit that magical 200 subscriber number. But let's try and break 10 likes for this video. It'd be massive for my video, guys, and it'd really help me out a lot. But also, guys, let me know what you guys thought down below in the comments about Cyle Larin's start to the season with RCD Mallorca, how you guys feel about the likes of Theo Corbeanu, Alphonso Davies. With so many Canadians in action, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say down below in the comments as well. But we're going to move on to Grasshopper and FC Zurich. Theo Corbeanu got the start, of course, at right wing for Grasshopper once again, but his side unfortunately fell 2-1 to FC Zurich. Of course, a great side in that league in Switzerland, and they were up 2-0 almost the entirety of this match until the 90th minute when FC Zurich scored an own goal. But besides that, Theo Corbeanu still had a very decent game. He had a 6.7 match rating, going 77 minutes and picking up a yellow card, while his other partner on the left-hand flank, in Ferreira, managed a 5.7 match rating with a yellow card, getting yanked in the 59th minute. Theo Corbeanu has been playing very well with his new club at Grasshopper. If you haven't watched the Switzerland league, the Swiss league, the top flight, you can find that on OneFootball, guys. It's a great league to watch. Theo's been playing very well. But the only thing that Theo is missing in his game is that end productivity. He is really missing that goal scoring knack in front of goal. Yes, he doesn't always get those chances, but he's truly missing that end level in front of the net. He had a chance today with an expected assist of a 0.97, creating 4 chances today for the likes of Grasshopper, and having a XA of 0.97 just shouts that Theo should have had an assist or a goal contribution. Also having 1 shot in this match for Theo Corbeanu, which resulted in a 0.55 XG. So he should have also had a goal, missing 1 big chance to the 90, like exactly what I said, guys. Theo Corbeanu struggles in front of goal. Not saying he always struggles, but he misses that lack in front of goal. He doesn't have that knack of finishing, and he's got to get that at the top level. But also going 60% for successful dribble rates, having 30 for 5, as well as going 3 for 6 in accurate crosses, having 32 touches this match, as well as taking 2 corners. But defensive-wise, Theo Corbeanu, just like when I talk about Liam Millar and a lot of our Canadian wingers, Theo Corbeanu always is hustling to help his side defensively, as he had 3 defensive actions, 2 recoveries, 6 duels won, as well as winning 2 fouls and committing 2 fouls. Although we didn't see a goal contribution from Theo Corbeanu, he still had a very good game for Grasshopper and was able to help his side in some capacity, but should have scored, and he needs to get that lack of knack in front of goal to earn that goals for his side. But moving on to England now, where we saw the likes of Aribim Pepple get a couple of minutes in this game. He didn't play a big part, but coming on the 75th minute, it's still great to see Aribim Pepple play. Yes, he didn't start, but he did start last match. And the more football Aribim Pepple continues to get, the better it is for his progression. Yes, we can criticize and we can look at and worry that he's not starting consistently at the National League, but with the physicality, the amount of games you get week in and week out, you're not always going to be starting. You just got to prove yourself week in and week out and give yourself the best chance to be seen by a higher level club. I don't think he's ever going to be at that Luton level, or at least not in the near future, but he can definitely be a League 1 or League 2 striker very soon and prove himself at that level. And I'd love to see that for Aribim and Pepple, but getting on the pitch in the 75th minute, getting 15 to 20 minutes to truly prove himself is very good for Aribim and Pepple after just starting in the last match. But moving on to the last Canadian of the day, and a Canadian that I said a while ago, I said during the transfer window, and I said during the season, and even when they've been winning, I've said this, in Jonathan David, where Lost Lille fell 2-1 to Reims. And this was a horror show from Lost Lille, getting goals conceded in the 12th and the 16th minute, and not scoring until Benjamin Andre scored in the 79th. This Lost Lille side absolutely scares me. I like the manager, I like Paulo Fonseca, but this side isn't due to Paulo Fonseca's mismanagement. This is due to how poor this Lost Lille side is up front, and especially in those three attacking number 10 roles, especially those winger roles behind Jonathan David. I harped on this before the end of the season, especially when he didn't earn the transfer. Jonathan David has nobody behind him that can create that final ball for him. Yes, Remy Cabella can do it on his day. Yes, Yazici can do it on his day. Yes, Haraldson can do it on his day. But these players are looking absolutely horrendous. Remy Cabella has been the most consistent of the three, but that's not saying much. It's been a very low bar. And everyone's going to be taking the Foot Mob, or US fans going to be clipping it up and see Jonathan David on a 6.1 match rating. But just like I said about a couple of minutes ago about our number 9s, about the lack of chance creation at Mallorca for Cyle Larin, goes for Jonathan David as well. The lack of chances is killing Jonathan David. When you have a 6.1 rating, it's not always because you're struggling in front of goal. It is due to the lack of chances you are getting. Jonathan David had 27 touches while going 90 minutes. It's absolutely abhorrent. It's outrageous and it's egregious. When you have 2 shots throughout the 90 and have 18 passes, and you had 27 touches is absolutely ridiculous. But when you have 2 chances and then you level a 0.17 XG, Jonathan David is making chances out of nothing for himself because he has no delivery, he has nothing behind him. I said this before the start of the season and during the season, even when this club's been winning. They have no creativity behind Jonathan David, and I'm really struggling to see how he hits 20 goals unless they're getting an abundance of penalties, unless he's racking it up in the Conference League, unless he's doing it in against the smaller 8 teams, because against sides like Rennes, Marseille, Lyon, even who are even a basement feeder, I don't think he can hit big goals against those teams because of the lack of creativity. But let me know what you guys think down below about Jonathan David's lack of creativity for him at Lost Lille, how many goals he might score, and if you guys think I am correct on that. There's so many Canadians in action, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. So drop a like down below. We're pushing for 10. Hit to the comments and make sure you hit that sub button because we're trying to push for 200 as soon as possible. We'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.